Ever since 1980, when anime began to gather popularity outside of Japan, we have been watching and enjoying the countless new series. Some of them are still airing, and some was already finished airing, and after time counting they have come with new seasons. Therefore we are not providing details about seasons and episodes of each one. Dig into the stories, catch your eye to find it out and share with others. After checking the rankings on some of the leading anime websites, exploring and enjoying Japanese animation, we have come up with our ultimate list of the best of anime series which you definitely need to watch. Number 10. Konosuba. After dying a laughable and pathetic death on his way back from buying a game, high school student find himself sitting before a beautiful, obnoxious goddess named Aqua. She provides two options. It was, to continue on to heaven, or reincarnate in every gamer's dream, a real fantasy world. Choosing to start a new life, he was tasked with defeating a demon king who is terrorizing villages. Before he goes, he can choose one item of any kind to aid him in his quest. And the future hero selects Aqua. Number 9. Classroom of the Elite. On the surface, Cochise Senior High School is a utopia. The students enjoy an unparalleled amount of freedom. However, the reality is less than ideal. 4 classes, A to D, are ranked in order of merit. Only the top classes receive favorable treatment. Kiyotaka is a student of Class D, where the school dumps its worst. There he meets the unsociable Suzune, who believes she was placed in Class D by mistake, and desires to climb all the way to Class A. Number 8. No Game No Life. Sora and Shiro are siblings, and an online gamer duo behind the legendary username Blank. They view the real world as just another lousy game. However, a strange email challenging them to a chess match changes everything. They plunged into another worldly realm where they meet Tet, the god of games. The mysterious god welcomes them to a world where all forms of conflict, from petty squabbles to the fate of whole countries, are settled not through war, but by way of high-stake games. Number 7. Death Note. Shinigami, a god of death, can kill any person provided they see their victim's face, and write their victim's name in a notebook, called a death note. One day he was bored by the Shinigami lifestyle, and interested in seeing how a human would use a death note. He drops one into the human realm. High school student stumbles upon the death note, and he tests the deadly notebook by writing a criminal's name in it. When the criminal dies, immediately following his experiment with the death note, quickly recognized how devastating the power that has fallen into his hands could be. With his divine capability, Light decides to extinguish all criminals in order to build a new world where crime does not exist. Number 6. Devil is a part-timer. Striking fear into the hearts of mortals, the demon lord Satan begins to conquer the land of Anti-Islam with his vast demon armies. However, while embarking on this brutal quest to take over the continent, his efforts are foiled by the hero Emilia, forcing Satan to make his swift retreat through a dimensional portal only to land in the human world. Along with his loyal general Alcio, the demon finds himself stranded in modern-day Tokyo. Satan assumes the guise of a human named Sadao Mao, and make him begin to working at a local fast food restaurant. Number 5. Tokyo Ghoul. Tokyo has become a cruel and merciless city, a place where vicious creatures called howls exist alongside humans. The citizens lived in constant fear of these bloodthirsty savages and their thirst for human flesh. However, the greatest threat these ghouls pose is their dangerous ability to masquerade as humans and blend in with society. The unfortunate meeting of Rise pushes Kaneki into the dark depths of the Gaussian human world. In a twist of fate, Kaneki is saved by the enigmatic waitress, and thus begins his new secret life as a half-ghoul and half-human who must find a way to integrate into both societies. Number 4. Overload. The final hour of the popular virtual reality game has come. However, Momonga, a powerful wizard, decides to spend his last few moments in the game as the servers begin to shut down. To his surprise, despite the clock having struck midnight, Momonga is still fully conscious as his character, and moreover, the non-player characters appear to have developed personalities of their own. Confronted with this abnormal situation, Momonga commands his loyal servants to help him investigate and take control of this new world, with the hopes of figuring out what has caused this development, and if there may be others in the same predicament. Number 3. Dr. Stone. When a mysterious light suddenly engulfs Earth, humanity is left petrified, frozen in stone. Thousands of years later, the world is teeming with vegetation, and forests have taken the places of cities that once stood proudly. One of the very first to emerge from their stone prison is Teijouki, who finds that his good friend, a brilliant young scientist named Senku, has been preparing for his awakening. Senku is determined to figure out the cause behind the strange phenomenon and restore the world to its former glory. But when they free the infamously powerful Tsukasa in order to gain an upper hand against the dangers in an unfamiliar world, they realize that their new comrade has other plans. Number 2. Black Butler. Young Seal was known as the Queen's guard dog, taking care of the many unsettling events that occur in Victorian England for Her Majesty. Aided by Sebastian Michaelis, his loyal butler with seemingly inhuman abilities, Seal uses whatever means necessary to get the job done. In Seal's past lies a secret tragedy that enveloped him in perennial darkness. During one of his bleakest moments, he formed a contract with Sebastian, a demon, bargaining his soul in exchange for vengeance upon those who wronged him. Not only is Sebastian one hell of a butler, but he is also the perfect servant to carry out his master's orders, all the while anticipating he will eventually make of Seal's soul. Number 1. Cochise. In the year 2010, the Holy Empire of Britannia is establishing itself as a dominant military nation, starting with the conquest of Japan. Renamed to Area 11 after its swift defeat, Japan has seen significant resistance against these tyrants in an attempt to regain independence. Lelouch, a Britannian student, unfortunately finds himself caught in the crossfire between the Britannian and the Area 11 rebel armed forces. He was able to escape, however, thanks to the timely appearance of a mysterious girl named Cece, who bestows upon him Gis, the power of kings. Realizing the vast potential of his newfound power of absolute obedience, Lelouch embarks upon a perilous journey as the masked vigilante known as Zero, leading a merciless onslaught against Britannia in order to get revenge once and for all.